Hey, you got a real one in here now. You got a real one in here. Y'all got a real one in here now.
You are now listening to Ice Line Beats. You are now listening to Ice Line Beats.
Hey, you got a real one in here now. You got a real one in here. Y'all got a real one in here now.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
3-time undisputed. Ooh, coming soon.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, fight fans? What's up? What's up with everybody out there, man? It is the homie. Mademan is in the building. What up, man? What up? Salute. Happy Friday to everybody. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Salute, salute, fight fans. Stand by. Damn. Sorry about that, everybody. Water went down the wrong pipe. Y'all know how that go? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. A little too excited about this press conference, fight fans. Trying to get myself together, man. I'm sitting here trying to throw down some water as I was talking, and that joint went down straight down the wrong pipe. But y'all know what it is, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little too excited about the press conference that I just saw right there. So y'all must forgive my excitement. You know what I mean? Salute, salute, but much love and happy Friday to everybody. What a way to kick off the weekend, man. A press conference for the ship. The ship. I'm talking about the ship of all ships. Canelo versus Terence Crawford. Historic fight. History in the making. I cannot wait. I am glad that I am witnessing these moments live and in full effect. And y'all should be too. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, this is the probably biggest historic situation that's happened, I want to say, in the sport of boxing, perhaps maybe since Mayweather and Pacquiao. That was a historic situation. We know that was big, big, big. I mean, Crawford and Spence was big. Don't get me wrong. But this is going to be definitely a fight that's going to be felt worldwide. You got two of this generation's greatest fighters. You got Canelo Alverez, undisputed champion. Bud Crawford, multiple division undisputed champion. Bud Crawford, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a prize in the sport of boxing that they can give him. It doesn't exist because he got them all. Everything from lineals to ESPYs, fight fans. Bud Crawford owns one. Real spill. You can't say that about your favorite fighter, right? Your favorite fighter might have got that WBA. You might have got that WBO. They may have gotten the WBC. But when the last time your favorite fighter had all them bitches in different weight classes and now going up to wipe out perhaps one of the biggest names in today's sport of boxing? You know what I'm saying? So we don't see things like this every day. Bud Crawford is a special, special fighter. I've been telling everybody this from day one. I'm glad that we got here. I knew that we would be here. And if you think that I doubted it at any second of this, anybody, just go back and check some of my old work. You know what I'm saying? My archives, they don't lie. I've been with Bud Crawford for years, from day one. And I knew that we would end up right here, despite all of the whining, despite all of the complaining, despite all of the hate, all of the vitriol, you know what I'm saying, that came from so many different fan bases that tried to stop Bud Crawford, premier boxing champions, slamming doors in his face left and right. How about Bob Arum not wanting to give him Manny Pacquiao, right? So he can pass that torch and so everybody can know that Bud Crawford has arrived. How about that moment never happened? Why? Because they never wanted to see the little black dude from Omaha on top. Let's call it for what it is. Oh, he can't sell. We heard it all through the years, didn't we, everybody? He can't sell. Oh, he ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't got no legs. Oh, and now people are reduced to just calling him a cheater because you got nothing else. That's what you've been reduced to. You know, that dark corner over in boxing talk, you know, them little creepy crawlers that operate over in those dark corners in boxing talk, talking about snack and all of this other jazz because they got no other explanation of why this dude is so damn good. Hear me and hear me clear, fight fans. He was not supposed to be here. You understand? Y'all see what PBC tried to do? Where's Charlo? Where's Earl? They tried to get Earl to fight. They wanted to avoid Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is one of the main reasons that the PBC house damn near came crashing down. I told y'all that. We're going to rename PBC to TBC. I've been telling y'all this shit for years. Mainman ain't never missed on this one. You can say, Mainman, you missed on a lot of things. You missed on this fight, you missed on that fight, but the one fighter that I never missed on, for at least, what we in, 2025? So shit, we damn near 10 years in. Because I got videos going all the way back to 2015 bigging this man up. From day one. I'm talking about Bud with the braids. I've been here, fight fans. I heard all of the vitriol. I heard all of the hate. I see all of the bandwagon jumpers. I see all of the people that want their words erased and act like they was never against this man. Got y'all fooled, dazed, and confused. Oh, now they so pro-Bud now. Oh, I see all of the turncoats. That's why I don't respect a lot of boxing talk no more. Because I know these dudes are fake. Fake, and they ain't nothing but a bunch of frauds. Looking for the best avenue to get $1. And now they want to jump on the Bud train. Miss me with all that shit, fight fans, because I've been here 10 toes down and I never wavered one time. As a matter of fact, I even turned against the Crawford fans and called them snowflakes. Sitting back allowing the Spence fans to say what they want to say, do what they want to do, and y'all just sit back, and some of y'all started to get peeled off. You know what? Maybe they're right, man. Maybe they got a point, you know. They ain't got shit. What they got is a Earl Spence Jr. who ain't gonna never be the same, and pretty much the pillars of PBC almost came crashing down because they got into the business of Bud because he was gonna wreck that shit. He walked out of there, he signed his names on the wall, right through snicker wrappers, everything, kicked over the vending machine, and say, "I run this bitch." Now they can't get deals. They need Earl Spence back to try to get some deals, don't they? Because all they hoping on is Javante Tank Davis. And check this out, fight fans. PBC, don't think that we don't know what's going down here. I seen the back and forth between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach going down on socials today. Oh, I saw it. But see, we're not going to get that no energy because I know what that's about. See, Mainman privy to a lot of shit. I know exactly what that's about. And we ain't going to sit back and try to kick up dust over that to try to put a damper on this. Oh, I know how this go. PBC make them calls. Yeah, this is what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna kick up some dust on the day of Crawford and Canelo's press con. All of a sudden, Lamont Roach and Tank Davis ain't never had nothing to say to each other for weeks. Then all of a sudden on today, they want to go back and forth on social media to try to suck up a lot of the air in the room. We talk about that shit some other time. We talking about history today. I'm talking to the real live boxing fans. All of you teeny boppers and kitty boppers that just like to hear dust kicked up on the internet. Man, y'all go over there, man. Go over there somewhere and talk about that shit. I'm trying to witness history, and we going to the ship. Or whether you like it or not, like Bud Crawford said, man, and like Mainman has been saying for years, there ain't nothing that no one can do about it. There ain't nothing that no one can do. You can call whoever you want. You can call Ghostbusters. I don't give a damn who you call. Call anyone you want. There ain't nothing that no one can do about it. Like Bud Crawford told Canelo Alverez today at the press conference, I'm taking them belts away from you, bro, and there ain't nothing that you can do about it. I like that. Sound like Mainman, huh, man? Look at that belt right there, though. Damn, son. That belt is fit for Kings fight fans. Did y'all hear them people talking about that belt? So I guess that, you know, I've always said for years, one of my major talking points has been boxing cannot give Bud Crawford another prize. He's won all of these prizes. They're going to have to whittle up a new belt. I've been saying that for as far as I can remember, fight fans. And damn, that's exactly what we at. They had to whittle up a new belt, one that's fit for kings. This is the ultimate lineal ring belt. We have never seen a belt this expensive. We've never seen a belt this prestigious. Never. They said that they went to the UK and went to some company in the UK that makes, medals and stuff for kings and queens, for the Royal Army. That's who they went. They went to royalty to make the belt for this fight. That goes to show you, bro. Hey, listen, this fight is all that, man. Even if you ain't on board, if you may be some young dumbass that just like to hear shit talk and want to care about go over there somewhere, bro. This is for the real live boxing fans. The ones that know how it went down between Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. I'm talking to y'all, man. I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to folks like my main man, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I see you out there, fam. Salute, salute. I'm talking to guys like him. The ones that's going to appreciate this. You know what I'm talking about? Not look for any little reason to complain and whine and cry. I can see people now it was nobody in the press conference. Who gives a shit? Are you witnessing history or not? That's all I want to know. Are you interested in history or not? Because if you ain't, go over there somewhere. You are the reason that boxing is what it is. So give some props to both of these men for getting to this point. I may got my criticisms about Canelo. I might got my but guess what? He deserves to be here. Why? He kicked that. Did he duck David? Yeah, he ducked David. Definitely ducked David. Can't forget about the fact that he ducked David. He's still ducking David. He's going to be ducking David probably for the next 5 years. I don't know. But the fact still remains, Canelo still was undisputed. The fact still remains when it comes to ticket sales and pay-per-views and who he is in today's sport, he earned his spot. And that's nothing that no one can take away from Canelo. Say what you want. Canelo Alverez is still the biggest draw in the sport of boxing. And so, look, that on top of the fact that he is still winning, even though he didn't beat Dimitri Bivol. You know what I mean? Bivol beat him on skills. But he's still winning. And he did become undisputed. So he deserves to be here. And Bud Crawford, well, his story goes without telling. No need to. Just look at all of the trail of bodies that's behind him. And you tell me, should he be here? Because last time I checked, Earl Spence Jr. can't even remember his name. I think my name is Earl. Is it Earl or is it Eric? Man, ever since I done fought that little dude from Omaha, I can't even remember my damn name. It don't make no sense. It don't make no ever-loving sense. So I think this is a great thing. I think this is his history in the making, and I love it. Look at my man Kingsley. Kingsley, what up with you, though? Salute, salute, man. He said money grab, Canelo versus Jamel Part 2. Man, how could you say that, bro? How can you say that? You think that Bud Crawford and Jamel Charlo are the same? You really think that Bud Crawford and Jamel, I need an autograph, Charlo, are the same? Bud Crawford said specifically during this press conference, I ain't showing up to run. He says, I ain't coming up here to run. And I believe him. Never seen Bud Crawford run from no one or nothing. Bud gonna wait till he turned 38 years old to start running all of a sudden? I think that Bud gonna live and either gonna rise and fall on his shield and sword, man. Simple as that. Whether he rises or whether he falls, he's going out warrior style, bro. Trust and believe. This ain't no Jamel Charlo, bro. Jamel showed up for that money grab. I will give you that part. But ain't no way in hell that if I could compare anything, I'm going to compare a Jamel Charlo to some. This is the same Jamel Charlo who got the hell out of the way of Terence Crawford, right? Ain't that you talking about that Charlo? If anything, this is more like Mayweather and Canelo. I think I look at it more in that like Mayweather and Canelo as opposed to Charlo and Canelo. Come on, bro. Young Carl, what's up with you, man? Chilling. What up, man? This is going to be a great fight. 100%, bro. Great fight, man. This is probably the most meaningful fight we've had in quite some time. And this is what really like messes me up with today's boxing. How is anything like this not appreciated when just a couple weeks ago we had to watch Ryan Garcia in the main event make $20 million against Rolly Romero? Yet I heard minimal complaints on that. Minimal. That's where we at in the sport of boxing. And we get something like this. And keep in mind, these are the last of the greats. These two boys ain't going to be around the game much longer, whether you hate them or love them. That last era that just left us, the Cottos, like somebody said, the De La Hoyas, the Mayweathers, all of those fighters, man, that we covered for the last few years, they're gone. They're leaving. And this is the last of them. Look at Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman hustling around 54 hoping for a fight so he can check out. There ain't many fighters from that last era that's left, and these are the two best damn near from that era. Bro, this is going to be great, bro. This is going to be great, man. You know what I mean? Anybody who don't like it, go over there and check on Ryan Garcia's social media. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my main man, Greg Hill, is in our house. Salute to you, bro. And I hope you enjoyed today's press conference, Greg. And much love, Mo. Much love, man. Much love. My main man, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more is in our house. What's up, bro? Salute to you, man. And to everyone out there, my apologies on last night's We Talking Boxing. I could not come through last night because we had power outages out here in the DMV. And it was pretty bad. Them storms came through and wiped us out, man. My power didn't cut back on until this morning. So I just got power back. I had to throw away a ton of food and all that, man. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Keisha says, yo, he really can't think that. I mean, listen, Keisha, when it comes to Bud, there's so much hate out here. Well, I think he probably do believe that. It's just that much hate out here for Bud Crawford. And this is what it is, you know, living long enough to see yourself become a villain. That's how it is with Bud. Bud has been winning so much. And he's been doing so well in the sport. Keep in mind, and I was here, everybody, he started out beloved. Bud used to be beloved. When he was just a little dude from Omaha with the braids just coming up through the ranks, everyone loved him. The problem is he started wiping out your favorite fighters and surpassing your favorite fighters, and then all of a sudden he became hated. Let's call it for what it is. Then he became everyone's brunt of everyone's jokes. 70-30, 80-20. People laughing it up, calling him a slave. Feels free to talk about his family. Oh, yeah, we've heard it all when it came to Bud Crawford. That's why this moment is so satisfying, everybody, because of all that we've seen him go through, and to see that he's going to finish by punishing Canelo Alverez and putting his ass in the dirt. Oh, man, this is going to be the best finish I've ever seen, bro, and I'm here for it. I'm going to try to be in the building. Bud got a better IQ than the weak lion. Absolutely, bro, man. Hey, listen, and people must understand that every time you count out Bud Crawford in this fight. I just did the video the other day. I see that they talked about it in today's press conference, which is awesome. And that is the fact that we always got to remember how it went down between Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. How many people told Sugar he was crazy? How many people said, Sugar, you shouldn't be in that fight? You've been retired for 3 years. You got all kind of injuries going on. You didn't look so great in your last fight. How many people told Sugar to stay away from Marvin? Sugar said, I sat ringside, I watched them fight, and I found them hoes. How do we don't know that Bud ain't found them hoes in Canelo? So y'all better understand something, man. Don't act like this cannot happen and you've never seen it before. Because what Sugar did, once again, like I said in my video, that was way more dire than what Bud did. Because I thought Sugar, he went up 2 classes and fight Marvin Hagler after being out of the ring for 3 years. You would have thought that was nuts. Hagler was destroying shit during that time. That wasn't like a weak Hagler. Like Hagler was Hagler. Tell him, Bruce, Hagler was Hagler. And when Ray did that, people thought that he was insane. Y'all better understand something, bro. This can happen. And Bud Crawford is cut from that same damn cloth, whether you believe it or not. If you don't believe me, then somebody please find Earl Spence. If you don't believe me, then why did Keith need $10 million? If you don't believe me, why didn't Pacquiao never cross that bridge? If you don't believe me, why did Mayweather never look towards Bud? Riddle me all of this shit, man. If you don't believe me, how come Sean Porter got stopped for the first time in his career by Terence Bud Crawford? Earl couldn't do it. Keith couldn't do it. Danny couldn't do it. Devin Alexander couldn't do it. And the list goes on and on. Meanwhile, Bud get up in that thing, easy work. Y'all better stop playing with me, bro. And your boy Canelo going to sleep. You hear me, though? So to my main man, Lord J-Mo, in our house. I got B-More on deck. What's up with you, bro? Much, much love to my main man, Lord J-Mo, out there in the super chat, bro. Happy Friday to you, man, and I hope all is well. I hope all is well. He says, yo, man, this will be the first time that I buy a pay-per-view since Bud and Spence. I only pay for real pay-per-view fights, not stuff that can be on Boxing After Dark. Tank versus Gary Russell Jr. Whoo! Let me deal with this in two parts. You know what I'm saying? First off, that first part that you saying about you want to buy it, oh, that's stand up right there. That's because you're a real live boxing fan. And who wants to miss history, bruh? Who in the hell wants to miss history? How do you call yourself a boxing fan if you parked yourself to watch Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia? If you parked yourself to watch that, you better not even remotely utter the words, oh, you know what, I ain't even watched this. I'm going to stream it. I'm going to steal it. You shouldn't even be thinking like that if you watch that, if you parked yourself to watch that damn fight. Ain't nobody trying to miss history. So, yeah, bro, I feel you on that, Lord J-Mo, man. You ain't trying to miss no history, man, and I totally get that, bro. The second part of this, he says, man, Tank versus Gary Russell Jr., man, you know where I'm leaning. You already. I got love for Tank, major love for Tank. But when it comes to Gary, brother, I ain't betting against Gary Antoine. If that's who you talking about 140 Gary, right? I ain't betting against Gary Antoine under any circumstances. And I think that Tank Davis, I spoke about this yesterday. Tank Davis already know. He came up in that gym, man. He sparred Gary Antoine before many times. He's had his ass handed to him a couple times in that gym. He know. And he was a young Tank. He was a pup. I'll give him that. But he know where he got sharp at. He know iron sharpens iron, and he knows where that iron is at. And he stays away from that iron. But once again, like I always say though, Lord J-Mo, respect the Tank because he never disrespects the Russells. Even when 26 Gary was doing all of the stuff that he was doing, and he ended up blackballed over it, you know what I'm saying? Tank never took really shots at him. Tank fell back, showed some respect to a certain degree. Every time Tank would, or a reporter would ask Tank about, well, you know, what do you got to say about Gary saying this or Gary saying that? Tank's response would be like dumbfounded, like, huh? He said what? Oh, damn. Why would he? Nah, I don't even know. I ain't seen him. Why would he talk like that about me? He would talk that way. And all Gary just wanted was the fight. I don't think it was nothing personal. I don't think it's nothing personal. I think it's just more so he just wants to fight. He know how big it would have been for his career, not to mention for the area. So, yeah. Oh, you talking about 26 Gary. Okay, 26 Gary. But why we got to talk about 26 Gary? Why we can't talk about 40 Gary? Is Tank not at 135? No, we can't do that. I mean, don't get me wrong. 26 Gary definitely wants to fight, but come on, bro. If he's 35 and we got a Russell at 40, and not keep in mind, Gary Antoine say he will go to 35 for Tank. I think that we need to be talking about that one. You know what I'm saying? As for 26 Gary been inactive, man. So, you know, we don't know where he really at. The last time we saw him, you know what I'm saying? I saw him in person. He looked fine, but not to mention, you know, he parades around the city a lot. You know, he's not hard to find. But at the end of the day, we don't know. You know, we don't know he's been out of the ring now for a couple years. Last fight was that Mark Maxeo fight, man. So now Tank might get him. You know what I'm saying? But let Gary stay active, get back active, come back and show us what he still got left. Then I can kind of judge that. You know what I'm saying? But Still want to see that fight, man. Still want to see that fight. Salute to my main man, Lord J-Mo out there, man. I really appreciate you, bro. And much love, man. Much love. We're gonna hold that on up there for a nice little minute. So let's get back to this presser, man. So let's go over some takeaways here, fight fans. Let's start off first and foremost. Let's go for some takeaways. Now let's play a little bit of audio. It wasn't much of a back and forth during this press conference. It wasn't a lot of vitriol. You know, these are somewhat two respectable guys. But Bud Crawford only gonna let you say but so much, and we all know it. Bud Crawford, you try to talk trash to him, he only can hold back but so much before Bud starts to oblige you. So let's listen to this one little back and forth that Canelo and Bud had, and I'm sure that this is the one that's going to be getting all of the play and getting all of the press. So let's listen in.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years, you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not going to beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not going to beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
it's gonna be
difficult. You take it to your
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
you know
see.
it.
We'll see.
We gonna see.
So let me start right there, fight fans. So this is the reason why in my title I had put, Canelo Alvarez seems a bit nervous. Now, y'all just heard him just now right there bring up the fact of, well, I know Turkey is in your corner. I know Turkey is in your corner. That sounds like nervousness to me, fight fans. That sounds like nerves. Man, how do you draw that conclusion? It's very, very simple. Why is he overwhelmingly thinking that Turkey Al-Sheikh supposedly supports him? Correct me if I'm wrong. Turkey Al-Sheikh is paying you more money than most countries make to do this fight. If he loved Terence Crawford so much as you trying to make it like, oh, he's so much down for Terence Bud Crawford, if that is the case, then why are you making what's being rumored to be damn near $150 million? Why is that? Why ain't Bud making $100 million? If Turkey is so much down for Bud, but he's giving you 150. This sounds like nerves to me, fight fans. What is Canelo? Is he afraid that Turkey is going to rob him on the cards, or if Turkey is going to make a call to the judges or something? Is that what he's afraid of? I mean, they are fighting in Vegas. We thought that it would make Canelo feel better that if the fight happened in Vegas, he don't have to worry about no foul play in Saudi. So what are you whining about, Canelo? Correct me if I'm wrong, fight fans. Is not Canelo Alvarez the one that's always been favored by the judges for years and years and years? Hold up for a second. Matter of fact, if I go back in my mental Rolodex here, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody remember the scorecards from the Mayweather and Canelo fight? Here's a prime example. See, Canelo has never raised this concern among any fighter he's ever been in the ring with except Bud Crawford. Because why? Canelo Alvarez has always been the one who had that sixth man, and we all know that. Y'all know who the sixth man is. The help from those judges. Everybody knows you got to knock out Canelo to get a decision. Everybody used to say that. Man, we got to knock out Canelo to get a decision. I mean, so all of a sudden now, Canelo is so concerned. Once again, do we remember the scorecards from Mayweather and Canelo? You don't? I'll tell you. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Floyd Mayweather boxed the orange out of Canelo's hair. I mean, he beat him from beginning to the end, from the rooter to the tutor, fight fans. I mean, I couldn't think of a better boxing education. Canelo Alvarez winning that thing as a freaking freshman. and left that fight as valedictorian for graduating from the school of Mayweather. I mean, totally schooled. Yet we had a judge in that fight by the name of C.J. Ross score that fight 114-114. When everybody and they blind mamas sat back and saw Canelo Alverez get his ass outboxed from the beginning to the end of that damn fight. Yet he got an even scorecard. And everybody's like, who the hell is C.J. Ross? Kick her ass up out of the fight game. We don't ever want to see her next to a fight again. Remember all kinds of... And then she got it wrong again after that, if I'm not mistaken, in another big fight. But the fact still remains is that, you got to draw against Mayweather on one of those judges' scorecards. When everyone knew that Mayweather embarrassed you, bro. Embarrassed you. What was your concern then, Canelo? Where was your concern at then? Where were you at? Why wasn't you... Oh, no, C.J. Ross was wrong. I got outboxed. Oh, no. I didn't hear none of that. You want to all of a sudden now be, like the fucking boxing referee now. Like you want to make sure that, all bases are covered. But you didn't make sure that the bases were covered when you fought Floyd. Or when you fought Golovkin. There's a lot of people who thought Golovkin should have got that call. Or when you fought Laura. There's a lot of people who thought that Laura should have got that call. Huh? Austin Trout. People say Mainman. I think Austin Trout maybe if it wasn't for the knockdown that Canelo did, I don't know, Mo. So, bro, it's funny as hell to see Canelo Alvarez running around here scared to death that Turkey is in the corner of Bud Crawford when all of your career, you've always had the sixth man. I mean, always, yo. So, fight fans, am I tripping to hear Canelo Alvarez start complaining about Turkey Al-Sheikh in Bud's corner? I mean, what is he trying to insinuate here? Let's run that back one more again, shall we? Run it back one more again, Mr. Producer, man.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years, you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not going to beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
it's gonna
be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
you know
see.
it.
So Canelo says that you are nothing different. You are nothing different. Then riddle me this, Canelo. Why are we talking about small rings? If he is nothing different, why are we talking about small rings? If he is nothing different, how come you are focusing all on Bud's legs and whether he's moving or not moving? Remember the comments that came out a couple months ago from Canelo? Oh, I see he's not using his legs no more. He does not use his legs like he used to. Oh, that is good for me. It's good for me. Fuck out of here, bruh. You don't think that he's nothing different, but you needed the most astronomical amount of money that you have ever seen in order to come over to fight the man. But yet, when you was facing Charlo, you was cool with what PBC was giving you because you didn't see much of a threat there, did you? Or when you faced Golovkin, you didn't even make half of what you're making in this fight with Bud Crawford. Now, did you? But then when you get in there with Bud Crawford, you need the same budgets that small countries get in order to be lured into a fight with Bud Crawford. But no, it's no big deal. No, you're not different. You're the same as everyone else. No, the same as everyone else didn't require for Turkey Al-Sheikh to have to dig super deep to lure your ass. You was on your way to a Jake Paul fight, right? Last time we checked, because you wasn't going to fight David. You was on your way to fight Jake from State Farm. And I promise you that it wouldn't have took you $150 million to get in there with Jake from State Farm. I promise you it wouldn't have took you $150 million to get in there with perhaps no other fighter in the damn sport but Bud Crawford. Oh, yeah, he's no different. It's nothing different. That's nothing different. Miss me with that shit, fight fans, because I don't buy it. I don't buy it whatsoever. You know what I mean? Let's see what the fam time out. Canelo was supposed to knock out Bud. Why he's talking about Turkey for? Is it nervousness? Big facts, Texas T. That ain't nothing but big facts. That's exactly what it is. He's nervous. He is so afraid. He's trying to raise his fans' eyebrows and say, watch out, watch out. You know, make sure that they don't screw me over. Homie, you in Vegas. You wanted to fight in Vegas. You begged for the fight to be in Vegas. When Turkey was looking to move this fight to another city, it was Canelo out here like, no. My people have to see the fight. No, we're going to Vegas. You have respect for the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The Nevada State Athletic Commission got your back, right? So why are you worried about Turkey? I don't know, Canelo. Looking kind of shaky, baby. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford over that thing looking together. Terence Crawford calm, cool, collect. Once again, that's the one thing. That's why Bud is different. He don't let these moments overwhelm him. He don't seem like he don't belong here. He's always like this when he approaching fights. No matter how big, no matter how small, he's never rattled. He's never shaken. He's never taken off his game. He's always tunnel vision, laser focused. You ain't gonna have to worry about him missing weight. You ain't gonna worry about him coming in too big or none of that shit, bro. Bud always approached these fights well in control and well together. Now, one big thing that I did notice, and I think there's some camera trickery going on where I won't be fooled no more. Look at all of those cameras right there on that picture. That is, damn. That's worldwide, man. But one big thing that I noticed, you see how that picture right there in front of you looks? That's a fool's gold picture. I noticed what they do, and I caught this during the press conference. They zoom in and they come from a downward angle and they film up. And when you do that, it makes both fighters look the same size. Or maybe even Bud looks a bit bigger, to be honest with you. But when you back that camera up and you zoom out, you see the real size difference. And one thing I did not know, Canelo is taller than Bud too. Not only is he wider and bigger and thicker, but he's actually taller. And you can see, and it's significant. Look at that right there. See that? Right there in front of you. Now, that you can see Canelo is taller, but if you zoom that camera in, it looks as if, and maybe there's some little trickery going on with that, but you know, that's why we real live boxing fans over here, we catches it all. We put money on this shit. But yeah, so there is definitely a size discrepancy here. No matter, and listen, fight fans, I know y'all might say, oh, Mainman, and Bud, I've seen him come out with pictures on social media, how much he's weighing and so on and so forth. I'm not even thinking about that shit no more. I'm fully convinced Canelo is bigger than Bud, hands down. I don't want Bud bigger than Canelo. For anyone that want to make that argument, oh, no, Canelo's too small, or no, Canelo's too big. I don't want Bud bigger than, no one wants Bud bigger than Canelo. Who cares? Sugar wasn't bigger than Marvin. It was the game plan. It was the game plan that got that man that victory. That man got Bo Mac, Red Spikes, and the whole crew over there. We talking about game plan A, B, C, D, and E. That's what's going to beat Canelo Alverez. It ain't so much oh, Bud is stronger. Oh, Bud is bigger. No. Bud may have better punch placement, so he making hit Canelo with punches he don't see with a 78-inch arm reach. Bud making touch Canelo from ranges that Canelo can't touch him at. These type of schematics is going to come into play. Canelo Alvarez is a 5-round fighter. The question is, what 5 rounds is he going to fight? All of these things are going to be evaluated and put through the grinder, and that perfect game plan going to come out on the other side. Not nothing about size. Size don't matter when you're talking about two extremely skillful fighters. Now, I'm not saying that Canelo is a big like Neanderthal dumb. Those 5 rounds that I'm talking about, or 5 rounds of action, those are going to be 5 dangerous rounds for Bud Crawford. Whether we talking about from 4 to 9, whether we talking about, I don't know, 3 to 8, 2 to 7. No, normally Canelo gonna probably turn on about 4. I'm looking at 4 to 9. That's normally the Canelo window right there. That 4 to 9. Maybe even 4 to 10 if it's a good day. That's the window. Now, Bud gonna have to be on his A game. Bud is definitely gonna have to be sharp. Canelo can counterpunch his ass off, bro. There's no better counterpuncher in the game. Not named Canelo and Gervonta Tank Davis. Those are 2 top-tier counterpunchers, bro. You don't want to be counted square and flush by neither one of them cats, because they will put your lights out. Canelo has a devastating body attack. Canelo is no straight up and down guy. This ain't Golovkin. Like Floyd said back in the day, straight up and down, no special effects. This ain't that dude. Canelo has a lot of special effects. Canelo fights on a rhythm. Canelo keeps a beat in his head. If you look at how he moving his head, how he moving his upper body and his shoulders, he's moving to a cha-cha beat. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of coming in there on his own rhythm. He's looking to always pull. He's looking to counter you. Boom. Especially to the body. These things that Bud got to be concerned about, because Canelo's body shots landing on Bud Crawford can be a problem. So Bud is going to have to use all of that 78-inch arm reach, bro, and have to touch him from ranges. That don't mean that Bud got to run. No, that just means that Bud got to set up properly, give off that offense, and make sure we resetting Canelo in the right times. Making sure that you're not in the range of those counter shots. But by the time that Canelo's looking to let that counter shot go, either you're out of range and you still can touch him, or you over somewhere else. That's not running. That's called getting your offense off and resetting them, taking them somewhere else. Okay, now we done fought over here in California. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm gonna run over here to New York and meet me over here to New York. Okay, we in New York now. Here go 3 more. Bing, bing, bing. I'm going down to Florida. Let's go over here to Florida. Okay, I'm down here in Florida. Here go some more. Bang, bang, bang. I'm taking you over here to Texas. That's the way that works. That's not running. That's strategizing. That's, can you touch me? Can you get next to me? I'm taking shit away from you, but you ain't going to take nothing away from me. 78-inch arm reach, fight fans. So the height difference was definitely noticeable during their face-off, man. And I thought that was really, really something, because I did thought that Bud was a bit taller. I know he probably wasn't girth and width. I didn't think that he was bigger than Canelo, but I did thought that he was perhaps a bit more taller. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my main man D-Ray live on the drive in our house. What's up, brother? Much love to my main man D-Ray live on the drive, rocking out with me on this Friday. D-Ray, I hope you enjoyed that presser, bro. We going all the way to the ship. Omaha is in the building. What's up with you, man? Much love to my main man D-Ray live on the drive, man. Let me pull this up a little bit right here. Hold on. There we go. Salute to my main man D-Ray live on the drive, man. Much love, brother. Much love. Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. D-Ray says, yo, subscribe, like, and share. Everybody, do me a favor, man. If you're pulling on through, hit that thumbs up for the homie. I really would appreciate it. Y'all be shortchanging me like crazy on my thumbs up. You know, after each show, I always get a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Main man, great show. Main man, you're doing a good job. Y'all always looking out for me in the Cash App and things like that. But y'all never hit my like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button for the homie, bro. I really would appreciate that. And that's whether you're watching it live or whether you're catching it on the playback, man. Hit that thumbs up. All it takes is a millisecond to pluck your phone or to smack your tablet one good time and uppercut that thumbs up for the homie, man. I really would appreciate it. Lord Jamo says, goddamn 150. I heard it was 100 million. Lord have mercy. Nah, Roma has it. They're talking 150, bro. That's how much he needed to get in there with Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Salute to my main man, L-Dub on deck. What's up, L-Dub? Salute, bro. I hope you enjoyed that presser, man. We going to the ship, L-Dub. This is what boxing is all about, bro. This is what boxing is all about. To see the greats, you know, put it all on the line, man. You know what I'm saying? Both men, well, more so Canelo. Both men can really take a hit from this, but Canelo more so. If Canelo loses to Bud Crawford, everybody, his fans are going to be extremely disappointed in Canelo. Narratives are going to change. I'm talking, oh, you the greatest Mexican fighter? Shit. Chavez would have never lost to Bud Crawford. Oh, we're going to be hearing that. Oh, you think you the best fighter? Shit. Salvador Sanchez would have never lost to Bud Crawford. I mean, he's going to be dealing with that. He's going to be dealing with that. And, hey, that's none of my business. That's between the Canelo fans and Canelo. Meanwhile, Bud Crawford is going to be hailed as an all-time great. And we're talking top 5 of all time without the inclusion of Muhammad Ali. I don't include Muhammad Ali at all. He's on another level. But amongst everybody else, we're talking top 5 of all time fight fans. Bud is going to be revered as this generation's greatest fighter. And he's going to have a ton of proof. I mean, revered. I got a feeling that presidents are going to speak about this. If we had big time people speaking about him and Spence, if Bud pulled this off, we're talking CNN, we're talking MSNBC, we're talking ESPN, we're talking every major figure, because this thing is going to trend for days. So everyone is going to want to be attached. We're going to say every major figure around the world, in whatever speech that they're giving, all of a sudden drop a line in there about Bud Crawford. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. And watch what I tell y'all. Watch the next day. Everybody going to be calling Bud the greatest. And the question that I'm going to sit here and ask here on YouTube is, what side of history are you on? What side are you on? Are you still the one that's with the conspiracy theories? Are you still the one that's sitting around here looking like a salty ass bowl of cornflakes? Soggy ass bowl of cornflakes, walking around here soggy because Bud Crawford broke every ceiling in the sport of boxing, and your favorite fighter is still on social media typing 100 characters? Where you at on history? And please, don't be a brother. Don't be a sister, if you get my drift. And you on the wrong side of history. You know boxing knowing ass fan. So where are you? It's too late to get on the train, of course. I just want to know where y'all sitting at. Because this train has left the station. To all of the Bud fans, Omaha, absolutely. Nebraska, all of y'all up there, all of the Bud fans all across the nation, especially the ones that's been with him since day one, and y'all going to the ship. To the ship, cuz. This is the biggest fight of this generation. Especially the one with the most significance. Just look at that belt, man. Just look at that belt, man. I love the fact that we are here. He says, yo, Crawford better not run. Crawford better not run. Crawford going to do whatever he got to do to win, bro. I don't think he going to run. Once again, I don't think that we ever seen Terence Crawford run. We don't even know what that looks like. How the hell he going to run with a 78-inch arm reach? It's going to just look funny. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't see that happening, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't got no evidence of it ever happening, so why would he start now? But either way it goes, Crawford going to do whatever he has to do to win. Listen, if he got to go in there and make it boring, so freaking be it. Like Bud Crawford said during the presser, man, he gets, criticized for the Israel Mademan fight. And why? Because people, like he said, he was on a knockout streak during that time, right? Remember, that was one of his biggest marketing tools that we used to get him popular. And people were they were expecting it. It's like you expect it. And so when he didn't stop Mademan, it was like, oh, Bud Crawford lost his step, even though he just stopped 19 straight opponents. He don't stop number 20. Oh, he don't look good. Oh, he's losing his step. He's losing his touch. He's losing his magic. He's getting old. You are hoping, you are wishing, you are praying. It's a damn shame. That's not all. MCs have the gall to pray and pray for my downfall. To pray and pray for my downfall. My Lord. There's people right now, fight fans. I'm sure somewhere on this tube that's making a hate stream video on Bud right now. Did you see the shirt that Bud had on, huh? He had an all black shirt on. Yeah, I mean, he just think he's just so much the shit. He just come up there with a all black shirt on. Like, who does he think he is? Did you see the shirt that he had on, huh? Yeah, he's living too good now. He think he's too good. See, I told y'all he wasn't this. I told y'all he wasn't that. I told y'all that he think that he's this and that. He don't care about no one. I told you. Look at his shirt. Well, y'all gonna be sick on September 13th, man. Y'all gonna be sick. Speaking of which, fight fans, another thing that got stamped during this particular press conference was the fact that the fight is actually happening in the daytime. Now, this is the part where I didn't like. And I heard Turki Al-Sheikh's explanation for it, and when he explained it. And I wish I would have had the audio. We'll come back. They got another press conference on Sunday, so I figured it was no use to grab the audio today. We'll grab the audio from Sunday. But Turki Al-Sheikh, he stated that the fight is happening in the daytime, and he gave the whole timeline of how that day is going to go for him. And bro, I was not happy to hear this. You know what I mean? This fool said he's going to wake up that morning and have breakfast with Dana White. Right? And then after breakfast, they're going to go and watch a couple fights. And then after the fights are over, they're going to go off and hang out somewhere else or something he said. And then that night, they're going to sit down and they're going to pretty much watch the UFC stuff. And see, the way he said that, how nonchalant that he said it and all that, I was thinking to myself, see, this don't mean shit to you, bro. I'm glad that you're doing it. And respect to Turki for putting on this event. And respect for Turki for bringing this together. Total respect to the ring. And total respect to Turki Al-Sheikh. But homie, you don't give a shit. This is all a clear ploy. Clearly, this is the reason you brought Dana ass back. Everybody is so thirsty for those UFC pay-per-view rights. Between you, between Amazon, y'all are so thirsty that this is the reason that y'all running around here putting this fight on in the daytime, respecting the UFC's time slot. This is the reason why you running around here lockstep with Dana White when us in boxing can give two craps about Dana White. And just like Oscar said the other day, you better not bring that weak-ass pay scale up into the sport of boxing. Fighters then came a long way, and ain't nobody trying to be drugged back to the damn 60s, fight fans. Oh, yeah, you know, give them that PBC deal. That PBC deal, fight fans. You know, most of your money gonna come on the back end whenever it comes in. It might take about 4-5 years, but you gonna get it. You know what I mean? You gonna get it. It's coming. And then when it comes in, it's gonna have to stop on my desk first because I'm gonna see if you're gonna want to invest some of this shit back into the company, right? Making you a stockholder, huh? And then, you know, you get what's left. You know, one of them PBC deals. My boy Deontay Wilder says, I'm sick and tired of waiting forever for my damn money. Y'all remember that? Earl Spence Jr. was walking around here like, where's my money? Y'all don't remember that neither, huh? Yeah, one of them PBC deals, man. You know, you don't want one of those. So at the end of the day, man, Turki Al-Sheikh really let me down with the fact that he's moving this to the daytime. And it seems to me, once again, all a ploy, or should I say to court Dana White and this whole UFC, this TKO thing, you know, TKO, this package. And it seems to me that Turki and Dana, if you ask me, and this is just my opinion and hypothesis, but for many years, y'all thought that PBC's number one nemesis perhaps was Eddie Hearn, or maybe it was Bob Arum. Well, now they got a new one. They got two new ones. It ain't Bob and it ain't Eddie. It's Turki and Dana. Why everybody walking around here for many years saying how bad that Eddie was and how bad that Bob is. Well, the ones that are threatening PBC better more than anyone is Turki and Dana. Y'all don't seem to get it. PBC may lose their home because of Turki and Dana. Not because of Eddie and Bob or Oscar. I don't know how much I'm trusting this whole alliance between Turkey and Dana, fight fans. How much are we really trusting this alliance here? Yeah, Texas T. Yep, the fight is definitely in the afternoon, bro. Turkey stamped it. He said that they are having that fight in the afternoon. Then afterwards, him and Dana going to go hang out and they're going to do whatever else. And then they're going to go to the UFC thing that night and see some more fights. And the fact of the matter is when the interview guy asked Turkey this, Turkey wanted him to say the name. Turkey says, no, who told you that? Who? Because the guy asked him, like, you know, when is this fight going to happen? Is it definitely going to happen? And so what time is it going to happen? And Turkey looked at the interview guy and says, no, say the guy's name. Say who you heard say that. And the interviewed person said, well, Oscar. Oscar came out the other day and he let the world know that the fight was happening in the daytime. And is it real? And that's when Turkey went down a whole, you know, scheduling of how that day was going to go. And yeah. Now, he did say they were going to watch a couple fights. The question I do wonder, though, is, like, when is the actual main event? When they say a couple fights, he could have been talking about the undercard. You know what I mean? That could have been happening earlier in the day. And maybe the main event happens later on in that evening. But that's not the way that he was talking. He's saying that after they watch a couple fights, that they were going to leave and go somewhere else. Let's see if we can maybe find that audio while I'm live on the air. Let's see if we can find it. If you can pull that on out, you know what I'm saying? One thing that we do got is when they spoke about this new belt right here, fight fans. Let's listen in just for a little bit of this when they talk about this Ring Magazine new belt.
For a mega fight of this magnitude, we wanted to create an exclusive mega belt. So we spoke to numerous companies all over the world and eventually settled on a top-tier company from the UK. This company often gets commissioned to create items for kings, for queens, jewelry, high-end medals for the British Army. And for the belt that Canelo has over there, we spent 100,000 pounds. For this belt, we upped the ante to 140,000 pounds. This is by far the most expensive Ring Magazine belt ever created, the finest gold, the finest craftsmanship. Canelo Alverez, Terence Crawford are the two very best fighters of this era. But there can only be one, and only one of them is going home with this belt Saturday night, September 13th in Las Vegas. Watch it live on Netflix. I thank everyone for coming out. See you in Las Vegas.
That's amazing right there, man. Fitted for a belt fitted for kings, everybody. That is nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing, man. But yeah, man, they definitely I wanted to see if I can find with that Turkey audio, if they got any Turkey audio out here, man, when he was speaking about the fight being in the daytime. They slipping on that one. This is the reason I like to do my own clips, everybody. This is exactly the reason, because social media be missing the mark, man. I don't think that we got it out right now. I don't see it nowhere. I don't think this is it. Nah, it's like all that's over the socials is just that same little back and forth that they had, man. One thing that is making its rounds around socials also, I don't know if y'all caught this, fight fans, but turns out that Turkey Al-Sheikh and Canelo and Terence Crawford, they all sat around and ate dinner together, right? That's the word on the curb. They all sat around and they ate dinner. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, there we go, man. As you can see, this picture is making its rounds, and this was happening the day before. Damn, that's a hell of a feast right there. I thought them boys got to make weight. Shit. Hey, Slow, hey, I need a chair at that table, man. Look at they eating good. What the hell is that shit though, bro? Bud Crawford looking like he got some spaghetti or some shit on his plate. Like, I mean, it's like 100 dishes on it. Like, take your pick. You know what I'm saying? Bud probably don't like none of that shit, man. They probably ain't got no seasoning or nothing. Bud probably like, yo, man, where my hot sauce at, man? Ain't nobody got no seasoning all up in this junk. God damn. You know what I mean? But yeah, they all sat around and they ate dinner. You know, they made pretty good to each other. You can see, look at Canelo's weight right there as he's sitting down. And you can see that Canelo got some cutting to do. So does Bud. Bud looking pretty big too. So Neither man perhaps has really started their training camps yet, but yeah, these two were sitting around eating dinner with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and man, this is wild, bro. This is wild. So a lot of royalty on this, man. A lot of royalty on this. But I was hoping once again to find the audio of Turkey Al-Sheikh giving the whole scheduling of how that day is going to go. You know what I mean? Man, Last of a Dying Breed says, yo, Canelo had on 3-inch high heels. Is that what it is? That's probably what it is then, man. That's probably what's making him look more taller than what he really is, because he was towering over Bud. He probably do, because I did see a picture of about a week or two ago. Somebody did take a picture of Canelo's shoes, and he did have on like some thick sole shoes. So he probably did, bro, because I don't know. I ain't never recall Canelo being like that damn tall. And he is even looking side by side right there, bro. He's taller than Bud. Look at that. I mean, come on. I ain't think that he was taller. I thought he was wider, but not damn near taller. You know what I mean? Bud is going to get hurt, says Free Smoke. I hear you, bro. I've heard it all before, man. Sound good. Sound good. I mean, if that's what is going to happen, then so be it. Bud Crawford will rise and fall on his sword and shields like warriors do. But I don't see it, bro. I just don't. Some people are just special. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And y'all can't tell me that Bud Crawford is just not special. Like Bud said to Canelo. Brother, you've already told me. You already know I'm different. You already said I'm different. Yeah, D-Ray, $100,000 belt, bro. $190,000 belt. That is the most expensive belt in history, made of solid gold. Beautiful, bro. Fitted for kings. So I guess we could start calling, if Bud win this, he's gonna be King Bud. King Crawford. A belt fitted for kings, everybody. Look at that pretty ass belt. A belt fitted for kings, man. Don't get no better than that, bro. Don't get no better than that. But back to this whole fight being in the AM, man. I just think that that's the biggest damper on this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's a bad move. This goes back, like we talked about this about a week or so ago. This just goes back into Turkey Al-Sheikh not caring about the things that a typical promoter cares about. It's just, that's not his aim. No matter how much we want to make it his aim, or we're so used to things going a certain kind of way, Turkey is just not the typical promoter. He don't care about the bottom line. If it was probably left to Turkey, this thing would have been done on the top of the Empire State Building somewhere, with just a helicopter flying around filming and shit. Like, if it was left to Turkey, nobody would have to be there. He don't give it. He ain't, the money that does profit from this event don't go back to his pocket. The little bit of money that this event will make compared to what the Saudis are getting ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So they don't care about this. This is expendable money to them. They got that sweet crude. And so listen, that's why this is going on in the AM. And once again, they're seeking, aside from the whole sports washing narrative and all of that stuff, but they're also seeking more and more power and control over what's popping in sports. And clearly, once again, UFC and the influence of UFC and Dana and all of them seems to be more of the target of Turkey. He's using this to schmooze them, allowing them to promote it when he could just gave this fight to C-Law and just left it at that. But instead, he still allowed TKO to in here to promote it. He's still allowing Dana White to promote it. Why? Because Dana has access to who? The UFC fans. And not only does it make sense that Turkey want this fight exposed to those UFC fans, but it also makes sense going forward and doing business going forward with Dana that everything is going to be okay. And us as boxing fans, we just don't care about that stuff. So it's like, yo, you obliging UFC, and we just like, though, we don't give a damn. Like, you could put this fight on that night. None of us is going to be rushing to a UFC fight over this. But to Turkey, it's a bigger thing. And it's very, very unfortunate, I think, man. It's very, very unfortunate, because if Turkey, this is his baby, and if you really believed in this fight the way you say you do, and if you really believe that this fight is what you say it is, you would have gave it its proper respect. Don't get me wrong. You paid for it. You paid top billing for it because of Canelo. But, man, You shopped it around the right way, Netflix, Amazon, city to city, the whole 9 yards. All of that was proper. But this whole obliging the UFC thing, you can miss me with that shit, man. You can miss me with that shit. Man, that's messing up my fight party. Don't nobody give a F about the UFC event. Absolutely, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, ain't nobody tripping. I don't even know nothing about that UFC shit. Once this fight ends, I ain't going to check for no UFC. Now that this happened in the afternoon, the second that this is over, I'm going to do my post-fight celebration, and then I'm out of here, man. I'm going to enjoy my Saturday night. Nobody going to sit around watching no damn UFC. That's Turkey, man, just trying to do his, total control thing, and that's his business. But bro, why would you put this shit in the daytime? Ain't no fight parties can kick off, man. None of that shit, man. I wanted to throw a fight party. I was going to do a gathering if I was going to be here for it. That don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Nobody care about that, man. Yeah, that afternoon start is for the birds, bro. They can keep that afternoon stuff, man. Come on. So that's one thing that looks like it is going to stick. It looked like Oscar was right on the money about that. You know what I mean? Also, Turkey Al-Sheikh let out the bag during this press conference that the reason that this is going on Netflix. So the fight is going to be on Netflix, and he says that due to the piracy in today's, piracy is off the hook. I mean, off the hook. And so he's saying that he would rather have put this with a big major network like Netflix because they are subscriber based. So it's like their people are still going to see whether this get pirated or not, which it is, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the Netflix subscribers, they ain't gonna have no reason to pirate it. It's like Netflix is buying this to show their people, the ones that they got to pay that monthly subscription fee to. So and they get it for free. So Netflix is buying this, and it's like for Turkey, he looking at it like, well, if they get it, then they're going to want to show it to their people, which is a good number. And whether it gets pirated or not, at least we know that Netflix is showing this to genuine people. And I think that makes sense. I definitely think that makes sense. For whatever reason, it didn't land on Amazon. We know that Turkey went and talked with them, but for whatever reason, it didn't land on Amazon. I think mainly because of the TKO thing, but whatever. And that's the way it's going. So he explained that the reason that he wanted it on Netflix was mainly because of the piracy. You know what I mean? So that was very interesting. Canelo Alverez during this presser also stated that, they focus on my power, but everybody are more than that. And that's something I want a lot of the Bud Crawford fans to understand. He's right about that. He's right about that. He is just more than just power. I will agree with Canelo. It ain't just about your power. It ain't just about Bud's power. Bud, you may hit harder than Bud because you're the bigger, stronger man. You fought with bigger men. That's not my reason. I think that Bud knocks you out because he's the harder puncher or he's the more powerful or you're the more. No, he's the more skillful fighter. He has the better timing. You may be a dynamic counterpuncher. And you may be a strong puncher. But if I time your ass just right with a shot that you don't see, which Bud has that skill. We just saw a fight with him and Earl Spence Jr. where he was clipping Earl between punches, fight fans. You know that skill exists in Bud Crawford. That's the way he knocks out Canelo. Not with Canelo going toe-to-toe with him and seeing who the stronger, who the harder puncher. No, homie. You going to let something hang out there too long, or you going to string together a 2 and a 3, and by the time you get to that 4, you're going to get tapped with something you don't even see. Look at the eyes of Bud Crawford. That's calculated eyes. Bud is keeping a close eye on Canelo. Canelo better come in there with them shades on because he know what's up. Bud wanted to look him right in the eye. I want you to see what you about to deal with, bro. Bud always thinking. People got this notion in their head, well, man, he going to get hit and he going to want to become a dog. Yeah, look, that's part of his game plan. I ain't going to deny that. But that ain't all he is, dog. Just like Canelo is saying, I ain't all power. Bud ain't all dog. Does Bud got a dog in him? Damn Skippy, that fool got Cujo. That fool got Cujo sitting up in him. No doubt about it. But however, there's other layers to that man's game, dog. And on top of that, when the last time Canelo fought a switch hitter? When the last time Canelo fought a switch hit, someone that got the power of Bud that he got in his right hand that's going to be the jab hand? When the last time Canelo dealt with something like that? When the last time Reynoso dealt with something like that? And see, Reynoso, here's another thing, fight fans. I got a feeling Reynoso going to get his ass whooped too. The same way that Bomac kicked Derrick James' ass. Hold up. The same way that Bomac ran circles around Derrick. Oh, I mean, you don't believe in all that, do you? All that switch hitting? Man, all that, you don't mean nothing. We gonna break him, man. It don't mean nothing. He's an athlete, he's an athlete. It don't mean nothing. That was Derrick James, right? Meanwhile, like Bomac told Derrick James, bro, you can't tell me shit. We've already done what you trying to do, bruh. We been there. We done that. I'm not your average coach. Bud ain't your average fighter. Canelo can't look at Bud Crawford like he looked at a Charlo. Charlo is a one-weight champion, fight fans. Hold up. One weight. Gennady Golovkin is a one-weight champion, fight fans. Come on. Meanwhile, when Canelo get in there with a multiple weight champion named Mayweather, a little different, huh, man? There's a lot of things. See, this what people must understand. There's a lot of things in this fight that Canelo has not faced. Multiple division champion that's a switch hitter. That is a knockout artist that we all know. There's a lot of unknowns in this for Canelo Alvarez. Bud Crawford has not, even at 38 years of age, have yet to show signs of bad stamina. Meanwhile, we got Canelo Alvarez with no giddy up and going after opponents no more. Them days is over. Walking around in silk pajamas, making $100 million, $150 million a fight. When the last time that Canelo fought someone like Bud? We've seen him in there with Ryder. Hold up. I'm tripping. I forgot he got outboxed by Bivol. I forgot. And people say, well, man, what Bivol was so big. What the hell has that got to do with the price of eggs? Bivol didn't beat Canelo using size. Bivol beat Canelo using skill. Floyd beat Canelo using skill. When Gennady Golovkin tried to break and impose on Canelo, well, he ran into some hiccups now, didn't he? Because he didn't rely on a lot of skill. But meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez wanted to avoid Sergio Martinez because there was too much skill over there, but he wanted to take advantage of Little Cotto. Somebody please tell me I'm lying. See, when you got skills in the building, you know what I'm saying? When you got skills in the building, fight fans, I think things happen a little different for Canelo. He don't like skills. Bivol showed him skills. Canelo wanted Bivol to lower his vibration and run up on him and make it a back and forth bang 'em fight. He wanted that now, didn't he? He tried to wave Bivol in, right? Come on, man. Come on. Let's fight. Bivol like, hell no, bro. You can't mess with me on the skill level. So why do I have to stoop to your level? So when Bud Crawford get him in there, it ain't going to have nothing to do with weight. Canelo was bigger than Floyd. Y'all forgot that part? Floyd had to fight Canelo at a catch weight. Y'all forgot that part. 152, right? He was bigger than Floyd. But it was skills that paid the bills, fight fans. That's what the part that all of y'all not understanding. We got Sugar Ray Leonard doing it. We got Floyd, the smaller man, outboxing Canelo. Every time Canelo's in the ring with someone with skills, things look a little different. A la Laura, a la Trout. And now you're going to go in there with one of the more skillful fighters of this generation. So why should I not believe that you're going to struggle against him like you struggled against them? Bivol outboxed this man. Jabs, changing the angles, masterful footwork, masterful IQ. That's what beat Canelo. Not grabbing, leaning, throwing weight around, laying you up against the ropes, driving my shoulder in your chest, putting you in headlocks. None of that was in the Bivol fight. None of that. That's how you beat a man with size, right? What we seen what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. And salute to my man Bomb Squad. Word on the curb, we about to make a comeback. And we going to be right here for it. But yeah, bro, that's throwing your weight around. I didn't see that happen with Canelo and Bivol. He lost to skills, fight fans. That's why Bud Crawford feels so, oh yeah, I got this dude. That's why Sugar Ray Leonard sat on the side of that ring and watched the Hagler fight and said, yeah, I'm going to fight him. That's why when Jamel Charlo sat ringside and watched Bud decapitate Spence, he ran for the damn heels. You know what I'm saying? Man, that wasn't me. I already done that. Be a challenger sometimes. That's why. That's why. Salute to my main man, word of the day in the building. What's up, bro? He say Laura. There it is. Everybody know when Canelo faces skills, he doesn't look as good. Maybe this is the reason why he went on the Euro tour. Oh, man, Callum Smith was such a world beater. Oh, man, what about Avanese? I mean, what was that dude name? Not Avanese. What was his name? The one he fought for the fucking WBC at 160, man, when David had lost it. It'll come to y'all. Yildirim. Yeah, Yildirim. He said, you know what, man? The last skillful fighter that I'm going to get in there with anytime so it was Daniel Jacobs. And I give him credit for Daniel Jacobs. That was one of his best wins. But after that, he was like, no more skills. I need all Euro bums, all flat-footed Euro fighters. Billy Joe Saunders. Callum Smith. John Ryder. Avni, the Pilgrim, Yildirim, whatever. No. Smith brothers before the Charlo brothers. Meanwhile, Bud is looking for Bud fighting young, hungry fighters that no one even knows, giving them an opportunity. Canelo can't do that with David, but Bud did that with 20-something-year-old Madrimov, right? If Madrimov wins, he hits the jackpot. He's an instant star. And everybody wants to be a star. He's an instant star, but Canelo won't do that though. Now, would he? Canelo won't fight young David, but Bud will fight young Madrimov. You see the difference in levels here, fight fans? You see the difference in bravery and confidence? Bud loses to Madrimov, he loses it all. Lord knows Spence Nation, or should I say AKA Excuse Nation, on the sidelines, they would have been sitting around, I told you, if Earl would have been this and Earl would have been that, then guess what? He would have did the same thing that Madrimov did. I told you. They was waiting. They was hoping. They were wishing. But it didn't happen. Look at that picture right there. See, Bud, girth-wise, looks smaller than Canelo, but I ain't know height-wise. You know what I mean? Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, man, so that just goes to show you, man, like, when it comes to these skills, man, I don't know, bro. Canelo seems to be really dumping. What's up, Raheem? Salute to my main man, Raheem, out there, man. Starting late, man, an hour behind, so I might be talking crazy until I catch up. It's all good, bro. Much love to you, man, and thanks for rocking on through, man. I honestly just wanted to get on here, give a quick reaction to this presser, man, and as far as we talking boxing, everybody, man, I look like I'm going to have to I might try to come on, man, sometime tomorrow afternoon and maybe do it. Because the show that I had planned for last night is still very, very relevant to this day. Matter of fact, I was going to cover the whole Tank and Roach back and forth that they got going on right now. We'll do that on a separate stream. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make that part of this. But yeah, man, salute to my man Raheem, man, and appreciate you coming on through, brother. You already know, man. Say salute, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Salute to you. So all in all, fight fans, I just think that, listen, Bud has a very, very good chance. As a matter of fact, I haven't done this in quite some time, and I think now that we are official, we're going to keep our eyes on this. Let's look at the betting real quick. Because Lord knows, Your boy is going to be laying down a damn house note, man. Let me see here. Maybe all of the bread that I won off the Spence fight. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's see what we got, fight fans. Let's see what we got. Now, remember last time when we did this for the Spence fight, I needed those Earl Spence fans to pump up the volume. I needed them to be the believers that they said that they were, because the numbers wasn't reflecting that, right? The money wasn't pouring in on your boy Earl. So let's see what we got here, and I'll put it right here in front of it for everybody to read. Just give me a second to pull it up. And, oh, snap. I got a feeling that's going to get a little bit more tighter. Let's put that on the screen. Look at that. All right, fight fans, y'all rolling with me. Here we go. Money line reads Canelo at minus 185, Terence Bud Crawford at plus 150. I need y'all to stop playing, bro. Canelo fans, for real? For real, Canelo fans? So hold on. See, this is what I be talking about when rubber meet in the road. Where's all of these folks that's running around here talking about that Crawford's going to lose and all of this? Like, where is it at? Because y'all ain't putting no money on Canelo. Why is he only minus 185? That is way too close for comfort. Canelo should be a minus 1,000, the way that y'all are running around here talking. You mean to tell me I don't have no money to really win on Bud Crawford at plus 150? We need to do better, Canelo fans. Where's y'all at, man? I need y'all to push Bud Crawford to like plus 600 and put Canelo Alverez at like minus 900, minus 1,000. That would be wonderful. That would be beautiful for all of the Crawford fans. Now, won't it, Crawford fans? We all can eat. Everybody eats the same way that we did on that Spence fight. But if the Canelo fans going to be pussy and just talking and ain't putting no bread up, bro, then what are we talking about? Hey, Canelo fans, y'all just be running your fat mouths. That's all you're doing. Y'all just talking, man. Y'all don't really believe. At minus 185, I get it. We early. What's this? We in June. We got many more months to go. We got a couple months to go. So by the time I look at this towards what, about August? Hopefully by August, y'all will have Canelo in the minus 500, minus 600 range, right? So that way I know, y'all believe. Because right now, bro, it is way, way, way down too close. Way too close. And look, we all trying to come off on this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats. Let's see where all of the money is going. The early money is going so far. And it looks as if, okay, now we talking. Now, okay, so most people who believe that Bud Crawford is going to win clearly believes that he's going to win by decision at a plus 215, and more money came in on that decision than it has on the stoppage right now for Bud Crawford, which is totally fine with me. I don't know. Y'all really think that those judges are going to give Bud Crawford the nod? I just told y'all what we saw in the Floyd Mayweather fight. This is Mayweather. I mean, Floyd was Floyd. Floyd was the biggest name in the sport, and we seen him whitewash Canelo damn near, but yet one judge saw it 114 to 114. The judge named C.J. Ross. So are we sure that Bud Crawford can get that decision? But y'all think so, because that's where the money is gone. I like this stoppage, bro. And I like that plus 850 even better. So y'all ain't got to believe, man. Put all y'all money on that decision. I think Bud's stopping this dude. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, and I ain't even got to that part of the game plan, but Bud gonna stop Canelo. I'm telling y'all what it is. Canelo by decision, and it looks like a lot of y'all don't believe that Canelo thus far is going to stop Bud, because the TKO DQ is at plus 330. More money came in on the decision for Canelo, and that ain't that funny. So y'all think that Canelo is going to win a decision on Lil Bud. Y'all don't have the balls to believe that Canelo was going to stop Lil Bud Crawford. That's funny, because guess what? If I knew that Bud Crawford was fighting a fighter that was 2 weight classes below, say, for example, Bud Crawford was fighting, let's say if he had 54, and Bud Crawford is fighting, I don't know, Teofimo Lopez, I will put every dime that I have on Bud to stop Teofimo Lopez. 2 weight classes below? But you Canelo fans don't believe nothing. You got a fighter moving up 2 classes, and most of the money went on Canelo for a decision. Y'all don't believe. Y'all don't believe. Y'all clearly don't believe. Look like most of the money is going like rounds 8, 9, and 10 for this fight to be stopped in favor for Canelo, if Canelo was to get a stoppage. That's where most of the money has went thus far. That's around that Canelo. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's about his range. I think that Canelo goes to work roughly about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 on a good day. But I think that these are the Canelo rounds that are going to be very difficult for Terence Crawford. And the game plan is going to have to be popping right here. Because whether or not Canelo is down early, the sense of urgency from Canelo is definitely going to come in these rounds right here. So yeah, that's going to be real interesting, bro. Look at that. More money is just flooding in on that decision. Y'all don't believe that Canelo is going to stop Lil Bud Crawford. And if y'all think that Crawford going to get it done, which a lot of money has not floated in on Crawford for a stoppage nowhere. Look, he's in the 5,000s in these rounds. Look at that, man. Like, money is not pouring in at all for a Crawford stoppage. Nowhere. Look at this. As you can see, Canelo is just going as low as so far 22s and 25s. Crawford is still in the 5,000 to 6,000 range in every round. Wow. Okay. Crawford Nation. Let's just sit back and listen to the Crawford fans. If you smart, you sit back and you let the Canelo fans put their money where they want to put it at first. Let those numbers reflect where the Canelo fans want to go. Since they're the bigger crowd, right? Let those numbers reflect where the Canelo fans want to go first before you make your decision. I'm just telling y'all, man. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. So this is very interesting, bro. This is very, very interesting, man. Not a lot of believers in Canelo stopping Little Bud. That is very, very, very interesting, man. D-Ray says, are you dropping the link next time? For sure. We could drop the link tomorrow if y'all want to chop it up. I would have had the phone. Hey, D-Ray, I've been trying to get folks to join the show, man. For some odd reasons, folks been getting shy on me, man. You know what I mean? Since a lot of members of our last crew, you know, man, I don't see them as much no more. Bro, I wish I can get our crew, our fam today to call me. I stopped posting the phone number because y'all stopped calling. I stopped doing the link thing because y'all stopped clicking. So I said, you know what? Maybe they just enjoy listening to Mainman. I don't know. I would love to be more interactive with y'all out there in the comment section. Y'all know how Mainman is. I'm an open book. If y'all, all you got to do is say the word link. All you got to do is say the word, yo, can you open up the phone lines, Mainman? It's one click of a button, but I'm not going to do it if y'all ain't going to participate. You know what I mean? And that's why I stopped doing it, man. I just said, you know what? It seems to me with each and every passing live that y'all are content with just listening. Y'all don't want to. At one time, we had perhaps one of the most, if not the most interactive boxing show on YouTube, damn near. But I don't know what happened, man. I know I took a little bit of a break. And when I returned back, it was just like, yo, nobody don't want to participate no more, man. I don't know. Maybe I think I was smoking too many of y'all in debates or some shit. I don't know what it was, you know what I mean? But much love to y'all, man. But just know, man, I'm still an open book. Y'all already know if y'all ever want to do panels, if y'all want to do call-ups, I'm still open for all of that stuff, man. I'm just waiting on y'all. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting on y'all. For sure, though. For sure. Yeah, man. So that's how this is going to go. Salute to my main man, Pooh Dangles out there, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Pooh Dangles, and much love to you, man. Much love. You say that was Oscar? That was Oscar putting it out there for the daytime? That was Oscar. And Turkey Al-Sheikh stamped it, man. He definitely did. He definitely did. I'm going to get ready to get on up out of here, fight fans. We done ran through this for about an hour and a half. If y'all want to jump on, just say the word link. It's just know on our setup here, we don't have to be on StreamYard. I got links over here too. So if y'all don't want to call in, I can just open up the links and I can post it in the chat and we can go like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hey, facts, D. Maybe that's where I got to go, man. I got to start working on my Espanol. Lure some of them Canelo fans on over here. Maybe I should do that, bro. Maybe I should, man. I know a little something. You know what I mean? I know a little something. I be trying to look. I be pulling those Latinas, man. You know what I mean? Hey, shit. I know a few little words. It's for the opposite sex. You know what I mean? But I know a little something, bro. Hey, that's one thing I love about this new generation, man. Salute to the new generation and the youngsters, man. Y'all are way more integrated than we were ever when I was growing up, man. And I think that is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. When I was growing up out here in the DMV, we didn't have a Latino community. There wasn't one. It was pure chocolate city. So now, you know, with today's immigration and everything, the city has became more of a mixture. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's nothing but cool. I see everybody getting along, like the youngsters. Like I always say that these older folks, they can definitely take one thing away from these youngsters. A lot of the still prejudiceness that comes between Latinos and blacks mostly come from the older crew, from the older people. But the newer generation, today's generation, nah, they different, bro. They different. And I used to be like, damn, when I was growing up, man, I told you I ain't never meet anybody outside of my race until I turned 18. That's being 100 with y'all. I never knew one like white person. I never knew a Hispanic person. No one. All I knew was brothers. That's it, and sisters. But then to see, when I look out my window now, or when I go up back around the way or whatever, all I see now is integration. And I think that shows tremendous progress, man. And I think that the younger crew, they getting it right when it comes to that type of shit. They getting it right. Is there still some, you know, certain lines drawn in the sand and so on and so? Yeah. But for the most part, they've came much further than what it was when I was growing up. And I think that's some stand-up shit, bro. That's some stand-up shit. You know what I mean? Real talk. Canelo all the way. Not one doubt. But go ahead and bet the farm against Alvarez. I hear that, brother. I hear that. And that's what's up, man. I'm glad to see there's some Canelo fans out there, man. And that's what's up. Canelo all the way. Hey, but hopefully you come on through on that night of September the 13th, because I'm going to have a hell of a lot to say when we taking Bud Crawford all the way to the hall. First ballot, all-time great, the most expensive belt ever created in boxing history, never been a 3-division lineal champion. And let me just say this to you, Mr. E. I hope Canelo stops Bud Crawford, because anything less than that to me is an L. I'm sorry, bro. I know, Mainman, that's not fair. Come on, man. That is fair. Because if Bud is fighting someone 2 weight classes below, like Earl when he fought Little Mike, hold up. Remember what I was telling y'all? Like, if like when Earl was fighting Little Mike, I said that's the same thing as Terence fighting Devin Haney. Do I believe that he stops Devin Haney 8 times in a week? 100%. 100%. So I would expect Canelo Alverez to do the same thing. If he go in there pussyfooting, scared to get touched by Bud, well, that's going to speak volumes, and I'm going to be right here for it. I'm going to be watching this fight with a magnifying glass. I'm not going to miss a second. Every flinch, every time that Canelo was hurt, every time that Canelo was throwing low blows, every time Canelo was protesting to the ref, I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to take videos, clips, and I'm going to play them over and over and over and over and over again. We're going to chop them up into shorts. We're going to chop them up into longs. We're going to let the world know who Bud Crawford is. And for those who don't like him, we're going to push him in their face even more. All right, I'm glad this is over. Can we talk about something else now? I mean, damn, is there anything else going on in this sport? I mean, come on. I mean, this is just boxing. Yeah, okay. It's going to happen, bruh. And we're going to be on the right side of history. I'm out of here, fight fans. Y'all have a blessed night, man. I see y'all tomorrow. If y'all got time, I got time. You know what I'm saying? Come kick it with the homie tomorrow, man. And once again, I'll give it a shot tomorrow, D-Ray. See who want to join up with me, man. I'll drop the link. I'll open up the phone lines tomorrow. And if y'all want to jump online, give me some words, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. Y'all ain't got to be shy from Mainman. Mainman don't bite. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, and I don't give a damn who you support. I don't care who you like. I don't care you don't like. You need to be showing up and telling me why your guy is going to beat my guy. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear no snowflake stuff. If you are a Canelo fan, be a Canelo fan. You know what I'm saying? And it's as simple as that. But until the next video, fight fans, be blessed and have a cool ass weekend, man. We get up real soon. To the next video, fam, bam. Peace out.
Hey, you got a real one in here now. You got a real one in here. Y'all got a real one in here now. Yeah.
You are now listening to Ice Line Beats. You are now listening to Ice Line Beats.
Fight with Canelo.
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I did.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all? A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything.
Damn, fight fans. Sorry, hey. Just when I'm about to sign off, right? And I'm signing off, I end up finding that dang Turkey Al-Sheikh clip that I was talking about earlier with Turkey Al-Sheikh explaining about how that day was going to go. Let's see if we can get a little bit of this on the way out the door.
Boxing, I am sure they will deliver for me. As I said last week, I hate Tom and Jerry's kinds of boxing. I am sure they will deliver for me. Smashing face and blood, and this is the boxing. I don't want to force to be having ring 12 by 12 or something like this, to have something like this big fight. We assist to have it in Vegas because Vegas is the capital of this, the capital of the boxing, and their fans and for all the fans around the world to see it in the perfect time. As I said last week, I hate Tom and Jerry's kinds of boxing. I am want to thank the Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for all his support for us, for his people, supporting us in the Boxing Federation, Riyadh season, Gia, Sila. I want to thank my partner, my dear friend, Dr. Akan. I want to thank the two legends, the great fighters. In the end, it's happened, thanks to God. Thank you, Bella, Netflix. I am sure it will be something amazing, and I promise it will be something amazing. Bella and all the team of Netflix, we will do big things together, and this is the beginning of great relationship between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Gia, and Netflix, inshallah. We decided yesterday, after 12 o'clock.
Listen up, fight fans, listen up.
12 o'clock, we have a dinner together. and that's it. They are professional yesterday in front of me, and after 12 o'clock, the prestige and everything is disappeared now. They will start. As I said last week, I hate Tom and Jerry's kinds of boxing. I am sure they will deliver for me smashing face and blood, and this is the boxing. I don't want to force to be having ring 12 by 12 or something like this, to have something like this big fight. We assist to have it in Vegas because Vegas is the capital of this, the capital of the boxing, and their fans and for all the fans around the world to see it in the perfect time. We own this fight, and this is the beginning. And I think, inshallah, on the 13th of September, we will see great fight, one of the best fight. And third for me, smashing face and having ring 12 by 12 or something like this, to have something like this big fight. We assist to have it in Vegas because Vegas is the capital of this, the capital of the boxing, and their fans and for all the fans around the world to see it in the perfect time. We own this fight, and this is the beginning. And I think, inshallah, on the 13th of September, we will see great fight, one of the best fight and at least the last 10 years.
Well, it's another clip behind this. They didn't put the whole thing where he explains about how that day is going to go. So y'all going to have to probably watch the whole press conference in order to catch that part. They once again, they clipped it after that part, and it's very unfortunate. So, yeah, but he definitely indicated how this fight was going to happen in the daytime. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
it's gonna be
difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll see.
Look, sounds a little nervous, fight fans. Sounds a little nervous. Here we go. Here we go, fight fans. Listen in, listen in.
When will it be?
Who's asking about the time and the place? Can you be specific?
Yeah, we saw Oscar De La Hoya trying to say that the fight was going to take place maybe in the daytime.
Yeah, this is what I want from you to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m. inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon, and in the night we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September. Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time with this question.
Wow.
Of course, this is in the peak. This is the boxing, the sport number one in the world. This is Canelo and Crawford.
Run that back. One more again, fight fans. One more again.
And then secondly, There's been some social media speculation, we'll say, about when this fight is going to take place. So when will it be?
Who's asking about the time and the place? Can you be specific?
Yeah, we saw Oscar De La Hoya trying to say that the fight was going to take place maybe in the daytime.
Yeah, this is what I want from you, to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m., inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon. And in the night, we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September. You waste...
What?
Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time with this question.
Okay.
Of course.
For those who still left in the building, can y'all really make out what he's saying in the end? We will do what? He said they would sit down that night and what? He said that they were gonna have lunch or something and then go watch some fights. And then later on that night, do something. We can make it out what he said. I thought he was saying they're gonna watch the UFC.
Yeah, this is what I want from you, to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m., inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon. And in the night, we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September.
I have no idea what the hell. He said something is launching in September, and that night that they will watch something that's launching in September. Whatever, cuz. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we can get something more concrete on Sunday's press. I'm out of here, though, man. I just wanted to... That's the clip that I was looking for pretty much the entire stream. And it's still kind of hard to make out what he's saying in the end. He said that night that they were going to go and watch Conjoiner. What did he say?
We'll have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon. And in the night, we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September.
He said that they were going to go to dinner in Capone. After they watch some fights, they're going to go to dinner in Capone and do what?
Arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon. And in the night, we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September.
I have no idea what he's talking about. But that's the schedule for that day how he's kind of explaining it. He said that they're going to go and watch the fights quick. And then go to have dinner in somewhere, then go watch something else. So there you have it, fight fans. When I hear him say he's going to go watch the fights quick at the arena, I guess the bigger question that we wanted is it going to be he must be talking about Crawford and Canelo. That's the only thing that we can think of.
I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m., inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon. And in the night, we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September.
Okay. There you have it. There you have it, everybody. So I don't know. Your guess is better than mine.